Hello, my name is Daniel Agnew. I'm a teddy bear and toy specialist, and I'm here today to talk to you about some of my weird and wonderful toys that are in my collection. This little group here are all soft toys of certain ages, of different ages, and they're in my collection because they just sort of appeal to me, really. I like, seeing lots of teddy bears and toys in my life, in my work. When I find something that I find unusual or just don't know anything about, that's what tends to appeal to me. So this is the first one, which is an English toy by Chad Valley, and I absolutely know nothing about her. I'm not even certain if she's a hedgehog, a lion, just a strange character. It's got sort of paw prints. It's got sort of brown mohair on its head, which makes it look a bit like a lion or a hedgehog, but then it's got no fur on its back, and if it had a lion's mane like that, why has it got a skirt on? So it's a complete mystery, but it's very much in the style of the Bonzo dog that they made in the 1920s and 30s. And one day, there's so much history lost to us now that these characters came and went so quickly sometimes that they all didn't stay famous forever. So this peculiar little thing now is just such an unusual thing that one day I hope to find a bit more about her. So that's English. This chap I love is French, and when I've shown this to people before and they see that he's got a button in his ear like that, in his left ear, they think, oh, is that Stife? But actually, if you get closer, you'll see that it's got FADAP written on it, which is F-A, in all capital letters, F-A-D-A-P, which is a French company, and he's felt with googly eyes. And he dates from prior to 1919 with that button, so he's going to be either side of the First World War, I would say. But just having a button like that makes this quite valuable toy, a lot more valuable. It's what people want to collect, really. People love to identify their toy, so when you have got a maker's label, it makes all the difference. So then we have this elephant, which on first look at it, I'm fascinated by this. It looks like it's been homemade out of rags, really, scraps of material, and it probably dates from around the Second World War, just the beginning of the Second World War, when resources were hard to come across, and they were using up scraps of material, but it is actually manufactured. It's obviously a circus elephant because he's got his, his cloths on his head and his back, but he has on his inner leg his Chad Valley label. So he's manufactured by the same company as that, but just a completely different type of toy altogether. Obviously, as I said, made when good mohairs and velvets were no longer available, but people still wanted to buy toys. So being a historian and likes to learn about the history of toys, this is fascinating to me as well. So that's that one, and then we have these two rather amusing birds. These are Einco, Eisman and Co. As I previously said, Einco were just a retailer, so they would have been made by a different company, and in this case these are made by Farnell, and these are designs by a famous illustrator from the 20s and 30s called Chloe Preston, and these are from a fantasy world that she created called Squawkaboo Island, and it was inhabited by all these weird and wonderful birds, and these are two of their chicks, and they're wonderful colours. So they have these posable eyes, so you can, googly eyes, so you can turn them and make them go cross-eyed, look in all directions. And we've got one in this lovely red mohair here with black feet. They don't stand very well. And then there's a lovely one in turquoise, but he's a bit more faded. But you know, they're just little baby chicks, they're meant to be. So the size of the real birds must be pretty big. I wonder if they actually made a full-size version. I'm not sure if they did. But yeah, those are two rare English character toys which are part of my collection.